Hey guys, happy Friday. It's Jen with Next Level Wealth. It's just me today. We're going to talk about breaking down your goals to create small wins. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about why I think that's important. And we are on our Next Level Wealth account. I did get my account back, so you'll see this on my account as well, just not live. All right. Let's talk a little bit about breaking down your goals. So obviously this whole month we have been talking about goal planning and really preparing yourself for 2023 and how it's really important that we start that now in order to really embody and to meet our goals in 2023. And the reason for that is because Happy New Year happened October 1st for entrepreneurs. Everything that you do in Q4 from an activity standpoint has a direct impact on our revenue and our results in Q1. So, in thinking about that, I want to talk a little bit about, all right, but once you create the goal, right? So we've talked about how do you create a goal? How do you have the energy to meet the goal? All of those pieces. Once you've done that, how do we then break it down into tangible pieces so that we can create some wins? So many of you that know me know that I am a big proponent of goals that push you and yet they don't paralyze. Push, don't paralyze. Push, don't paralyze. So those are like the 2 P's that I think are really important with goal planning. And the reason I say that is because what I often see is people create goals that are really big, which there is, I believe in thinking big, I believe in planning big, I believe in long-term goals that are big, right? Living big lives. I believe in all of that. I think where there gets to be a little bit of a rub is when we are moving too fast without a plan, without a real connection to the why behind the goal, what it's going to take from an activity standpoint, from a commitment standpoint, from a time standpoint, in order to meet that goal as fast as we want. Sometimes we're actually not willing to do what it takes to meet that goal as quickly as a year. So I think it's really important that we mitigate and we look at that differently and create a goal that's doable and yet still pushes us outside of our comfort zone. So once you've created that sort of outside of your comfort zone goal, I think it's really important to then look at, okay, how do I work backwards and make this happen? How do I make this smaller and more bite-sized so that I can meet the goal and yet create small wins along the way that keep me motivated. People often ask me, how do you stay motivated towards a goal, a yearly goal? And I think this is how we break it down into smaller bite-sized pieces and create wins. I believe that the first goal that you create when you break this down, it needs to be like something that is achievable very fast to keep us motivated. So we might look at breaking a goal down into, let's say your revenue goal is $50,000, right? Let's just $100,000, whatever, it doesn't matter, whatever that goal is. And we break it down, and in January, we want to get, I'm making up numbers, so don't quote me on the math here. We need $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, it doesn't matter. Whatever we've broken that down to, I want us to stay really focused on, okay, we're gonna meet this goal in January. We're not focused on what's gonna happen later, what the market might do, what we're gonna need in order to sustain that long term. I only want us to stay focused on this one tangible goal. And if we start now planning for what's gonna happen in January, then we have the time to put in to really think, okay, let me go through and figure out what I need to do activity-wise or who I need to follow up with in order to meet that very small goal. Then at the end of January, rather than feeling like we're still chasing the long goal, we've had a quick win. Our nervous system is like, yes, we can do this. and we can stay motivated and moving forward. When we create something that's like, okay, by January, we need to have, something that's much higher, or by the end of Q1, we need like this huge goal, or gosh, for the whole year, we need $1 million, right? Then what happens is our brain goes into that overload of, how am I going to make that happen? And we get kind of stuck in the analysis paralysis rather than the doing. And so whatever goal, whether it is a personal goal or a business goal, I want you to look at the overarching goal. So some people will say, I want, health is associated with a goal for them for this year. What that health can be broken down into is, okay, what is going to happen in January? What are going to be the shifts I'm going to make in January so I feel a win? Maybe it's that I drink 60 ounces of water every single day, or 5 days a week, or whatever the goal is in the month of January. That's my win. It isn't about me losing 20 pounds or gaining, a certain amount of muscle, or going to workout classes every single day, because that sets me up for failure if I'm going from 0 to 60. And so this is a small win of like, okay, something tangible that I can do this month. I might do other things, but the tangible thing I'm going to do this month is to make sure that I'm drinking that amount of water. And then reviewing that at the end of January and feeling that sense of accomplishment, then we can add on to it. So, this is what I'm going to challenge you to do, is go back, listen to some of our other lives. They're all recorded. You'll see them on here. You'll see them on my page, Jen_nextlevelwealth. And you can kind of hear what we've talked about in regards to how do you make a goal? How do you make sure that it's the right goal, those pieces. And then the next step is, okay, how do we work backwards and break it down so that it feels really tangible? All right, guys, super quick one today. I hope that you have an awesome weekend, and let me know. Please DM us in this account or my account if you have any questions or concerns or any ideas in regards to goal planning, things you want us to talk about this month. We'd be happy to hear all of that. Take care.